This is Aulendorf in southern Germany, Baden-Württemberg. This is Carthago city. Carthago chic C-line integrated 6.2 XL queen bed. It's a pretty long van, as you can see from here. And we'll have a look at its features. So it says it's got a Carthago personality. Well, it certainly does look like one of the Carthago van from inside. It's got now something they've done for 2020. This is the new version. Is the what they call the driver security concept, increasing the size of the windscreen. It's got what it considers to be its heating and climate control technology. Say climate control, it's not quite clima control, if you like, heating and keeping it. Temperature control is probably a better word. Double floor, and it's got a cellar in the double floor, as it says, and the chassis has a aluminium in its side, and the chassis is what allows it to have such a deep double floor. But look, it's a pretty long vehicle, and let's have a look some more inside. Now at the time of speaking, I don't know what the price is for this, and it'll be sorry, I must just it may well be in the description below. Alternatively, if it's not there, it may be on my website motorhomefulltime.com, and if it's not there, then I don't know it. So let's have a look down here. Now this I find particularly impressive if you're doing this on a long-term basis. This is the sort of place, for example, in summer like it is now, you might want to keep your winter clothes. Once upon a time, I said that this was the place to keep your shoes as you came in. You sat down there, took your shoes off and stuck them under there. No longer. There's so much room down there, you could use it for something which you don't really need all that often. And at the same time, you've got your water drain there. You put your van into storage, for example, for the winter. You're not using it for some time, drain the water. Even if you live somewhere where it's not likely to freeze, then drain it anyway. Going bacteria and things getting up here. I can do this with my foot, as I shall now demonstrate. Right, I'll take you through a walk through the van first. See how much storage there is, although some of these in fact are access to the water tanks, for example. Right, I'm going to start off at the back at the bedroom. Now it's called XL, and you can certainly see that. This is the sort of van I think really is more suited to the US market, where there's more space. Here in Europe it is somewhat more difficult to get the opportunity to use things like this due to space problems. Indeed, I mean, you wouldn't want to really be driving something this long around the city too much. Have difficulty parking it, for example, and what I do anyway, my van is considerably smaller than this. I always leave it on the outskirts anyway and take the bus in. Look at that, proper drawer, proper sides to the drawers. You'll get a lot of stuff in there, and wardrobes above either side of the bed. There's storage compartments above the bed. You've got lights at either side of the bed. You've got these cubby holes behind the wardrobes. You can keep your phone in there, and you can charge it. You can keep books or whatever in there as well. Beer, whatever you might need. Now, should you so desire, you can even close this part of the van off. It's not really necessary because there isn't a bed up there, so no one's going to be sleeping up there. This is a two-person van. This is really a sort of luxury apartment, isn't it, really? So should you want to, you can actually close it off. Now, I've said this in the past to people, what's the point of that? But I did meet the lady. She's... oh, how old is she now? I'm trying to remember her age. 80... I can't remember, 80 something. And she travels by herself still. I've got an interview with her, Maria, on my site. She travels in a Heimer van. And, well, Heimer, I can't remember which one it is now. But it's a longer one. It's not as big as this one. But anyway, but she says she likes to, when she goes to sleep at night, she closes the equivalent of the doors here. So she says she doesn't want people sort of looking in at her. So I would just close up front myself. But anyway, everybody does what they want. Right, so wardrobes either side of the bed. Sorry. And wardrobes here as well. See, plenty of clothes to carry there. Now, down here, this is an odd thing, isn't it? What's that thing down there? Why is it recessed like that? Well, we'll have a look inside the toilet to find out. And you will notice that it's possibly recessed like that to give more leg room, I suspect. I don't know. That's just my idea. Maybe there's some other reason for it. If you can think of it, write it down. Over here, got the shower. And this inside, it makes this dressing area here, which is, it's quite nice really. I suppose another use of the door here is if there's two of you and one of you wants to go in the shower and the other one doesn't want to see. That could be part of the reason. You close the shower from up there, there's a lock, and then for when it's driving it doesn't rattle around. That's the idea. Now this thing here looks like in a rather flash hotel. It's actually plastic, which is what you'd probably expect in view of the weight concerns. And you can shut the door here as well. So there's the door there. So you can close off the whole thing should needs be. 3 burners here in the kitchen. I don't really see the point of this here because you can only use it. It's not very deep. Look how deep it is. And you can only use, things would fall out of that as the vehicle was in motion. Of that I have no doubt. Now the coffee thing goes up and down, and the chopping board here, of course, as I've said many times before, I wouldn't use that as a chopping board, but I get a separate one, as I just use that for the sink cover. But it's quite useful really if you for example you're cooking, you know, you can put your pans, you put your pans on there or something like that. And if you need water, you can sort of you could open it like that, so the water goes down there. Big deep drawers. Now at the top there it's recessed. The reason for that is because the roof, it doesn't form a right 90-degree angle, it slopes. The reason for that sloping is because it's engineering wise more stable like that. I'll show you this as well. Now this is an idea that Carthago's had for 1990. Sorry, it's 2020, 30 years, because I'm living in the past. 2020, and they put these bins in. Now I think those bins could be bigger, they could be longer, and there'd be more space in them. I appreciate you got to have 2 because you've got supposed to separate and all the rest of it. But I mean, I do appreciate that many of us are I've got plastic bags or something like that. I've got a bucket, which I use as my bin, and but the bucket seems to get full quite quickly. So I don't know. Then again, you've got to have somewhere for a bin. So okay. Well, anyway, what do you think? You can keep bottles in there as you can down here. Although those bottles won't be such tall bottles, and in here you can keep some beans or something. Right, well, now, as you will no doubt know, I don't like the bed up front, and look at all this space. Not having a bed up front gives quite magnificent, and there's plenty of clearance above. Now, I'm standing here, and I would say there's a clearance of approximately 192, 193, something like that, centimetres, at a guess. Come down here and sit in my favourite seat. So, this is a Fiat, by the way, I don't think I said that. There's the television. And, oh, sideboard. Oh, this is another thing. Carthago's done this year. The sideboard, as it's called it, I don't know if that's the right word, but they called it sideboard. And this is a continuation, and it is, I think, more incorporated it into the body, sort of a flow, ergonomic flow. Anyway, somebody who knows more about interior design will comment on that. I think the company does that the best actually is Morello, because that really does look it's really integrated into the rest of the van. And the driving bit up front is okay. It's still a vehicle, but it's less of a vehicle the way that they do it. Right. Well, this is my favourite seat, favourite position, and okay, I've got all the lights on inside, but it's a nice sunny day outside, but though this is now in the shade. So, what do you think of this van? Good? Not good? Any opinions? Anyway, whatever you think, write your comments below and I'll have a look at them. And I'll try and get you more information on the van, as I say, but if I can't, then I can't. So that's the Carthago Chic C-Line. Integrated 6.2 XL with a queen bed for 2 people.